Welcome back here, guys, to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. Another NFL Draft Rumors and Analysis video for you. And today at the Combine, the defensive linemen and the linebackers took center stage. And, of course, all the buzz, to me, surrounding Jadeveon Clowney was justified. I mean, when you see a guy 6'5", 265, run a 4.53 officially in the 40, 4.47, 4.48 unofficially. It's going to knock your socks off and it's going to stun you and it's going to impress you, no doubt about that. I've been high on Clowney, or not high on Clowney, but I've been saying he's the best player in this draft since I started, really digging into this draft class, several months ago. But, I would like to have seen him handle the Combine a little bit better, show a little bit more intensity and interest in what was going on there. It seemed that other than the 40-yard dash, he sort of thumbed his nose at the whole process of the Combine. I was a little bit surprised by that. But again, his talent is so overwhelming that, again, the first team that doesn't take a quarterback, I think, jumps on Clowney. And, we're talking about the Rams pick so much, thinking that, they'll most likely trade out of that pick. Based on who trades with them, we'll know what their thinking is. If a team like the Falcons trades up, who's a logical trade partner, they'll probably take Clowney. Maybe somebody trades into that second spot to secure themselves the quarterback they want. Maybe the Browns or maybe the Raiders, who I'll get to a little bit later. But Clowney, did enough, although he didn't do much at the Combine, and expect him again to be a top 5 lock pick in my mind. Another guy who just keeps on impressing you every stage throughout the draft process is fellow defensive lineman Aaron Donald. Donald, of course, a defensive tackle, 6 feet, 285. And you have a guy in Donald who dominated college football, okay, unblockable. You have a guy at the Senior Bowl who dominated the Senior Bowl. And now he follows that up with the Combine with a 4.6, 640 for a guy 6 feet, 285. At every turn, this guy is impressing you. He can't do anything about the fact that he's only 6 feet tall. And that's really the only thing that's people are really holding against him right now. If he slides past the Bears at 14, I would be shocked at this point. Not sure what else he has to prove. I'm a big Aaron Donald guy, as you can tell. Again, I don't look for him to get past pick 14 now. I'm pretty confident in that to the Bears, all right? And now, I went through the Falcons as logical trade partners to trade up into the Rams spot. But something that picked up momentum today was how impressed Reggie McKenzie and Mark Davis were with Johnny Manziel. And if the Raiders, who obviously have a need at quarterback, are that impressed with Manziel, what's to say they're not the team that trades up to number 2 to secure themselves the quarterback they want if it becomes clear that Bortles is the Texans' guy. Again, that has to play out first before I think the Raiders would make a move. That's why people thinking maybe, the Atlanta more of a logical partner as of now. But as these things develop, if the Raiders think Manziel is their guy and that they can't get him at 5, look for them to maybe aggressively trade up in order to get him. It's going to be interesting, again, in the months leading up to the draft, how this all shakes out. I think regardless, the Raiders get a big difference-maker type player at number 5, even if it's not a quarterback like Manziel. But again, Mark Davis supposedly left that meeting with Manziel very impressed. So we'll see where it goes from here. Another quarterback making some news today is I heard from 2 or 3 different media analysts, NFL media analysts, that Jimmy Garoppolo is a guy that they are hearing from different scouts that he may creep into that first round here at the draft. And I think that's a surprise to a lot of people. I know it's a surprise to me. When I heard it once, I sort of looked deeper into it, and I heard it 2 or 3 times in things I read today. And, not only Jimmy Garoppolo in the first round, but you're hearing the Jets met with Garoppolo at the Senior Bowl, met with Garoppolo also at the Combine. Could he be a guy, if he's available in round 2, that the Jets take a flyer on? I don't expect the Jets to take him, 17 overall, where they're picking in the first round. But who knows? In the second round, in the middle of the second round, they get Geno Smith last year at the top of the second round, who they're not paying much money. Maybe they're not as sold on Geno Smith as we think. And look, with the way the salaries are this day and age, when you're paying Geno Smith just about $1 million a year, it's not cost prohibitive to bring in another quarterback in Garoppolo, where if you picked him in the second round, he'd get paid even less than probably $1 million a year. So, as a Jets fan, I want them to get the best at the quarterback position they can. And whatever Idzik thinks that is, I'm all for his competition mantra that he's been sort of preaching since he got here. He comes from Seattle, where that's very much the rallying cry as well. So to me, Geno Smith was good in spurts last year, but really did nothing to say he should be the quarterback here. Definitely next year. I don't think bringing in competition for him, whether it's a rookie or a veteran, is a problem at all. But keep an eye on Jimmy Garoppolo and the Jets picking up steam here. And lastly, from the Jets to their rival in the Patriots. And, the Patriots to me have two glaring needs as a team. First and foremost, they need some kind of offensive playmaker, whether it's a wide receiver or a tight end. And also to go along with that, they need help up the middle on defense, at defensive tackle, to develop some depth there. At the 3-4 defensive end spot or the tackle spot, on opposite sides of Vince Wilfork. And two guys you'll hear that they're high on at each of those positions are Jace Amaro and Rashid Hageman. Jace Amaro is is sort of an Aaron Hernandez mold of tight ends. Yes, he lined up with his hand in the ground occasionally at Texas Tech, but this guy is a slot, hybrid, line him up in the backfield type of tight end that would fit that former Aaron Hernandez role nicely. Do the Patriots value that, or do they value a guy in Hageman that I think is a great fit for their defense, again, at like a 3-4 defensive end spot, and could really wreak havoc, especially with Wilfork presumably coming back healthy and occupying blockers in the middle like he has his whole career. It'd be an interesting decision for the Patriots where they decide to go. But I think with all the picks they've dedicated to the secondary in years past, I think you see them go for either an offensive playmaker or a 3-4 D end or 3-4 tackle in the first round. It'd be interesting to see, which direction they decide to go in. But guys, that's some of the things I'm hearing here regarding the NFL draft today. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well. The combine tomorrow, guys, will be the defensive backs, so it should be interesting seeing some of the athletic exploits of those guys as well. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's completely free. Thanks as always for listening. Have a great night.